Welcome to the FM Games. Tonight we are going to be playing a game of 10 candles. Before we get started, I would like to introduce myself and the players we'll be playing. I am Chris Nizak, and I will be your facilitator for this game of tragic horror. To my right.
I'm Alana Smith, and I'll be one of your players this evening.
To my left.
I am Jesse Edmond, and I will also be one of your players this evening.
And on the corner.
I am Jerry Meyer, and I will also be one of your players this evening.
We will be playing this game, 10 Candles, by Stephen Dewey, and a scenario called Majestic Bob's Last Show by Neil Gripe. So 10 days ago, the sky betrayed you and the world went dark. The sun vanished. You were alone. The fall into chaos was sudden, predictable. The world was filled with riots and fear. Radios promised that the sun was not gone. It was still out there beyond that black sky. Order returned. 5 days ago, they came. Now the radios promise rescue that never comes. Now the lights flicker low and dark as where they hunt. Now you hear the screams. Now they're coming for you. Keep moving. Don't lose hope and stay in the light. I'm going to light 3 candles. By the way, whenever these candles go out, it's not so good. When all the candles are out, the game is over. All right. We are going to write we're going to write traits. We're going to write a virtue and a vice. So you have a stack of index cards in front of you. You're going to write a virtue. We can talk about them if you want, whatever. You can ask me questions about them. They're generally one-word adjectives. Any thoughts, anything like that? It doesn't really matter because you're going to pass them to your left and your right anyway. So it's really what you're going to be giving to the other players.
There's a word, someone that is able to make the most out of what they're given.
Adaptable?
Adaptable.
There you
It's
go.
actually exactly the word I was looking for.
What are you thinking?
I was thinking generous.
Yeah, that's good. That's great for a virtue.
I'm going to go brave.
There you go. That's also solid. The nice thing about when they're a little bit more generalized too is whoever gets them can work them into their character a lot better. Now you need a vice.
Is it specifically a character trait, or could you use like unlucky?
I don't know if unlucky would be a solid vice because it's supposed to be more personable than that.
Yeah, that's something that kind of happens to you.
Yeah, luck is a
It's always thought of as an outside force, right?
yeah.
Yeah. So it's more like these people aren't perfect; they're human beings, right?
How about bitter?
Yeah, that's great. Bitter is fantastic. Anybody else got one?
I want to write down morning person, but
Well, what does that mean?
that's so like morning person, like somebody who is ready for their day before I am. Like, but that could be
That sounds more
anybody.
like sounds more like a virtue.
That's
than
a virtue.
vice.
Yeah, that's a virtue.
What's the word? Vicious?
Yeah, that works.
Oh yeah, vicious.
I'm trying to think of a way to describe a morning person in a negative way. Uppity.
Yeah, uppity.
I can't think of a negative thing about being a morning person.
Other than they're annoying.
Self-absorbed?
Ooh, yeah.
well, that's a good one.
self-absorbed.
Sociopathic?
Or self-congratulatory.
Self-congratulatory.
I'm gonna go with self-absorbed.
That's very solid. Now, if you would pass your virtue to the person to your right, not me if I'm to your right.
Okay.
And then pass your vice to the person to your left.
So I'm generous and bitter. That'll be fun.
I'm brave and self-absorbed.
I'm adaptable and vicious.
I'm now going to introduce the module. When the world went dark, you started looking for a place to make a stand. Luckily, you came across a mansion, lit like a beacon in the night. The house had all the trappings of a great carnival inside. And though you thought you heard the ruckus of countless patrons, you didn't see a soul beyond your small group of survivors. That is until you approached one of the many booths. Suddenly, a man dressed like an old-time snake oil salesman greeted you, and continued to greet you at every booth you traveled to. The man seemed mad, chanting on and on about protecting and strengthening the 10 candles to ward off the darkness. One thing's for certain, this is no ordinary mansion, and the snake oil salesman, Majestic Bob, is no ordinary man. Now you get to create concepts. So we need a name and a quick description, which is like a sentence about the character.
For ourselves, or are we?
This is
passing
for
this
yourselves.
on? Okay.
This is completely for yourselves. Yes, Jesse.
I think my name is Adam.
Adam.
Yeah. Adam Bentley.
All right, you can write that down on one of the other index cards.
The other ones, okay. And a quick sentence. I had been a security guard
Okay.
for as long as I can remember.
Just a lifelong security guard.
Yeah.
Did you work at a mall, or did you work at like events, or just out of curiosity?
Both. Took gigs wherever he could get them.
All right. Cool. What does he look like?
Adam is tall. He's well built. He's got light hair. He's definitely one of those people that you look at him. He really cares about his appearance.
Okay. Very nice. You, Alana?
Come back to me.
Sure.
the
Jared?
name question is hard.
No problem.
I'll go with Duncan. And Duncan was a mechanic at one of the truck stops.
Okay. And what does Duncan look like?
Short,
Okay.
kind of unassuming, a little unkempt, but just kind of hangs around, kind of trying to blend in the background and doing a really bad job of it.
Nice. And Alana?
Cassie Jones.
Cassie Jones.
Yeah. She was able to. Hold on, I gotta rewind. Nobody can read my mind. She was a pharmacist.
Rewound.
Yeah, she was a pharmacist. And she's survived this long because she's able to give people things they maybe lost before, or give them a chance to not be in pain because she was at the pharmacy when everything went dark.
Ah,
So she got the useful drugs.
nice. What does she look like?
Long dark hair, pretty in her own way, and definitely smart. Where she has, like, if she was writing, she'd have she's written a lot of things, like she has a journal with her or whatever.
Okay, cool. Like it. All right. Fantastic. You can actually set that card off to the side a little bit for yourselves. Keep it, of course. So it's basically for you for the most part.
Ignore all of my spelling. Just read it.
We're not going to light 3 more candles. I'm going to try not to burn my arm off.
Yeah, that's why you're supposed to light the candles further away from you first.
You're probably, that's actually correct, and I'm just silly and I don't do smart things sometimes.
And do this when you're lighting the candles, so you stop wasting fuel.
Fair, very fair. All right, now we're going to write a moment. So these are hopeful. These are things that you hope to see happen in the game. because they will benefit you, and also they're just nice moments that you want to see happen in the game. These are for you, so you will write them and you will say, I will find hope, and then in a situation that you think you will find hope in.
Okay. Are we discussing these as well? Or?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay.
Because we can all help each other have
So
those moments
choose.
come up when they come up. Anybody have one? Jerry.
Still thinking.
Oh, okay. Or I should say Duncan at this point. Anybody? Anybody?
I will find hope, my daughter.
Oh,
name's
you'll find
Hope.
Hope, my daughter.
there you go.
Interesting.
Yeah.
All right,
Okay,
right,
okay.
right. That.
There was a really good Netflix series a little bit ago where somebody had that as their thing.
Mhm.
And so,
What does Hope look like?
she has the fun kinky hair that her dad has, and they're usually up in pom-poms. She's like 9, so she could possibly still be out there because 9-year-olds can be resourceful.
That's very true.
But yeah, so she's got nice dark skin and dark eyes and really fun pom-pom hair.
Apparently, they are already out there banging on things in the bathroom.
Yeah. Killing them.
Mhm. What do you have, Jesse?
I will find hope in a moment of normalcy. Just sitting down with some folks, having a beer, chatting.
Kind of like that one scene from the Shawshank Redemption
Yeah.
where they're on the roof and everybody got a beer.
And what about you, Jerry?
I will find hope when we find other friendly survivors.
Okay.
Not all the survivors we've met have been friendly.
So, when this comes up, it will have to come up in some sort of conflict that needs to be rolled. And then if it succeeds, you get a hope die, which is one of these dice. And not that we haven't talked about the mechanics of the game yet, but when you're trying to do anything, you're going to roll a set of dice. There's a bunch of 6-sided dice in here. You're just looking for 1 6. The hope die, though, you'll succeed if you get a 5 or a 6. And it never goes away, because on 1s with these other dice, they go into a pool for me until the scene is over. Or that part of the game is over. These only go away when the brink comes up, and we'll talk about that right now, or at least in a moment. We're going to light 3 more candles now. And Alana's going to be awesome and help me, because I'm apparently incompetent at lighting candles.
You brought a witch to the table and then you light the candles all wrong.
Sorry. I should have let you light the candles. You should remind me next time. And I'll try to remember next time, too.
It's all good.
All right. Now we're going to write a brink. So this is what your character is capable of when you are pushed to the brink. Now, this will not be for you. Also, we are not going to talk about these,
Okay.
because the only person that's going to know about your brink is the person, is you wrote it, and they're going to pass it to the person to your right. And so you and the person to your right, so you'll know what the person to your right did. Alana, you're going to write the brink for they.
What if I'm passing it to the right? Could be passing it to
the
Duncan.
left. Sorry, pass it to the left.
Okay, to the
I
left.
apologize, because I'm going to pass to the left to Jesse,
Okay, they.
because they saw Adam do something. And it's they have seen you. And you have seen them. I have seen them. And you get a lot of power, because you get to define a bit about them in this game, which will give me a lot to improvise off of.
Yeah. And it's a thing that they are good at, right? It's the
It could be any number of things. It's whatever you've seen them do. The only thing it can't be is a weakness. It can only be a strength, a power, or an identity for them.
strength, a power, or identity
For them.
for them.
Yeah, for
For
them.
everybody else, though, it's okay if it's a weakness, right?
It can be whatever it could be.
Yeah.
Like it's usually that thing that pushes. That's what you do when you're pushed to the brink. That could be you are a coward and you run away. It could be you shut down and won't act. Could be any number of things. And then you can write a little bit underneath it about what you actually saw when you saw that happen.
Cool. Do that. So do we look at these when they come to us or not?
Yes. It will go on the bottom of your stack.
Okay.
That's gonna be the worst.
Maybe. So who is that on your shirt?
This is Jeff Wormwood on my shirt from the actual play campaign spot or campaign Skyjacks podcast.
Oh, cool.
All right. Now you get to arrange your stack. Take your character card that's like who you are a little bit. That doesn't actually go on the stack. There's nothing for that to really do. So it's really your 2 traits, your moment, and your brink. And the brink is always going to go on the bottom face down. Now we're going to light the final candle. I will let the witch do it. It's smarter and safer for me. And then we're going to record on a digital recorder a parting message for the world that you will leave behind.
I'll start with Adam.
It can be anything you want, to anyone you want, or about anything you want. And when you're done, pass it to Jerry. Thinking hard?
Yeah. Hey, cuz, listen, just want to let you know if you're listening to this, I don't think it went so great. So, take care of my mom. You can find her, and keep getting those games, bro. You just hit the. Yeah.
If there's anybody else out there, this is Duncan, and no matter what happens, just remember that none of us are alone as long as there's other people with us. Just don't give up. It's really bad, but as long as one of us is still here, we haven't gone away yet.
Okay, and then I just hit the.
Right button. Yeah.
This is hard.
So much silence.
Yeah, there's a lot of sound. Richard, I tried my best. I'm sorry about what happened before, but if I can't find her, I hope you did.
All right. You find yourself in Majestic Bob's mansion. This room has, as far as you can tell, hundreds of rooms. Tell me a room that you've seen in this place.
I saw a room that was just like it had leather on the walls and it had a pool table right in the middle of it. I didn't see any pool balls though.
All right. What about you? Tell me about a room that you've seen in the mansion.
I saw a room that was completely, the floors and walls were made of stainless steel. And it looked like a meat locker with hooks and racks, but it was completely clean. And there was no meat or anything in it, not a drop of blood anywhere, but stark, bright lights on the ceiling.
Except you smelled the scent of blood, even though it was clean.
Mm-hmm.
Couldn't find that blood anywhere.
No. And it wasn't cold.
And it wasn't cold. What about you?
One of the lower levels, there is a half Olympic-sized pool, but I wouldn't want to swim next to that many weird-looking rubber duckies.
All right. So, you've been here for a day or two. What are the three of you doing? I assume you're all still staying together. You are in some sort of room that has, it's like a suite. It has like several rooms off of it that have like beds and things like that. But I don't know if you've maybe stayed in that room together and there's like a plane that's flying overhead right now as you're all sitting here chatting about whatever you're chatting about, which is strange as you hear the plane fly over and then get farther and farther away, and then off in the distance you hear it crash. There's in the distance, just this that's like radiates through.
That's not good.
I'm really glad it didn't crash here.
You haven't seen a person, another person aside from Bob, who shows up every once in a while, wearing a vest and a white shirt and a top hat.
I mean, with all the carnival booths that are here, we can probably see which one of these we're really good at.
You could, absolutely. As you wish to go play carnival games for a while?
Yeah. Oh man, is this really a magical place? Because I don't know whether or not those goldfish are alive.
Yeah, so you go down to the where all the carnival booths are outside. There's the ones that are out front of the house. There's also a giant lawn in the back filled with trees, and it's also done up like a giant festival. There's lights strung up everywhere. It's very bright out there, and as you walk out there, you don't see anyone. But when you walk up to the first booth that has the ring toss, sure enough, there's Bob. And Bob steps out from, you're not even sure where. And he's like, hello, Cassie Jones. It's wonderful to see you. Wonderful to see you. Would you like to play a game, maybe win yourself a prize? We have these lovely stuffed animals.
Yes. Actually, yeah, I would like to try to win a stuffed animal. Were there tickets? Or...
No, absolutely. You can just, here you go. Try your hand.
Alrighty.
You throw the one, and it actually it rings around one of those milk jugs.
Mm-hmm.
But as you throw it, it lands around one of the milk jugs way off in the distance. Duncan, you notice that some of the lights go out.
At the carnival itself.
Yeah, way out in the corner though. Pretty far away, but some of the lights go out.
Does it seem to coincide with when she got the dip?
Absolutely.
All right.
Did it stay on the milk jug though?
Yeah.
See, I know these are all fixed, so I gotta figure out what the deal is here.
Try another one, Cassie.
Okay. Can I try again?
Sure. Would you like to hit or miss? Your choice.
Hit again.
All right. You ring another one of the milk jugs. Way off in the distance, some more of those lights go off.
Yeah, I'm not even watching her. I'm just standing with my back, and as soon as I hear the clink clink and watch the lights go out, I'm like,
Well done, young Miss Jones. Very, Very well done. If you hit a third one, I can give you the giant panda bear.
Oh, Hope loves pandas. Yeah. Third one.
Oh, I'm so sorry that you missed it. Another light goes off. Another
Oh.
strand of lights go off back in the corner.
Three tries.
I can't give you the giant one, but we have this lovely black and white horse that you can have that is stuffed.
Thanks.
Adam, did you see what happened with the lights?
Yeah, well, I mean, that third one just popped right off there. I thought that was on.
Oh my, I will be back. I think there may be more visitors. And then he walks rapidly towards the front of the house.
I didn't hear
I
anything.
think we should go follow him.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I want to make sure they don't get our room.
Good point.
So you walk towards the front, following him. He vanishes out of your sight for a second. You're not sure where he's gone. You get to the back steps, making your way up, and you look back towards the corner. Just for some reason, you just have this feeling. You look back, and another strand of lights goes out. It's still pretty far off. This is a very large yard. You go into the house. You hear the sound of a young girl laughing before you get into the house, coming from back that way, where all the carnival games are and whatnot. It very much sounds like your daughter's laugh.
Guys, did you hear that?
That there's new people here? Yeah.
No, back that way. I
I,
want to roll a spot check. I don't have any dice.
I didn't hear it. Maybe it's the wind,
No, can't
the house settling, or the yard settling.
with what's
How
going
does a
on
yard settle?
Oh, I'm not a landscaper.
with what's going on around us, having children is a little disturbing. They haven't anything to laugh about for the last couple days.
Another strand of lights goes off far, far in the distance.
Are we sure it's not one of them?
Listen, things are going to be fine, okay? Once the government gets this all sorted out, they'll get it all fixed up, everything will be fine.
The only thing the government that was good at was the mail, and that's not going anymore either.
It'll all be fine. Also, is somebody shutting down the lights?
They're just going on every time something happens.
And then you hear a giggle coming from off in the distance again. Only you hear it, though.
Oh, okay.
Can we please check out that sound?
I mean, I'll go with you. I don't hear anything.
I agree.
I really don't think we should separate, but I want to check.
I've seen movies. Yeah, you don't separate in a situation like this.
So do the three of you go together?
Yes.
And not go see the possible new arrivals?
Not yet.
I don't
Okay.
think we should. Yeah, I don't think we should leave.
So you walk down one of the rows, and there's a bunch of booths set up out here, and there's even some carnival rides out here, and like plastic figurines, like man-sized figurines, human-sized figurines of like clowns and jesters and things like that in this little main thoroughfare down here. They're kind of waving back and forth, and you see getting into a cart, going into a ride that is labeled the Haunted House, a young girl that suspiciously looks like your daughter as the cart, and you see Majestic Bob, and you're like, welcome to the ride, and she gets in and then she goes.
Where is the end of that ride?
It gets out right where it stops,
Okay.
right where it starts.
So Bob's right there.
Yeah.
How long does this ride take?
So you walk up and he's like, oh, Miss Jones, you startled me. I didn't see you there. Oh, Adam?
Hey, Bob.
Hey, Bob, who's that front gates?
Oh, there was a group of people that came by and they are now in their rooms.
How'd you... feel like there was just a short amount of time. Well, who's on the ride?
Oh, a young girl named Hope, I believe.
How long does the ride take?
Oh, about 5 minutes.
Okay.
Guess we'll wait right here.
Right here,
Yeah.
yeah. It doesn't make any sense to go on
Bob's
the
really
ride.
fast.
Yeah,
Bob's really, really fast.
you're really fast.
I'm no faster than anyone else.
Bob, do you have a twin brother? I've seen this gag before. I saw that movie with Wolverine.
I have a brother. He's not my twin. I haven't seen him in about 3 years.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, 5 minutes passes. The cart comes back out. There's nobody on it. That's strange. I told that young lady not to get out of the cart.
I run in there.
All right.
I'm in there after you.
I saw I had follow through on them.
It's Dwayne, right?
Duncan.
Duncan. Your card's not out, so I can't see it. Yeah. Thank you. Appreciate it.
There you go.
Duncan McLeod.
Duncan McLeod of Clan McLeod.
Mm-hmm.
All right. You run in
Donuts?
there.
Yeah, Dunkin' Donuts.
It's got your standard horror fare off to the left and the right of the track. There's like these little landscapes in each little section. You walk through the first one, it's a graveyard. You walk through the second one, it's some sort of ballroom with weird mannequins in formal dress with like fake gore on them. You run into the third one, and you see a young girl lying on the ground in what looks like a field of poppies with a mechanical version of the Wicked Witch of the West over her. Like leaning down over her and then rising up and leaning down over her and rising up. And you see the panorama of the lion, the scarecrow, and the Tin Man also in there.
I'm not slowing down. I'm running in there, scooping her up.
Why don't you make a roll?
I will. Am I rolling all of these?
Yes, you're going to roll all 10 of those.
Okay. Too many dice for one hand.
You only need 1 6 to succeed. You got the 1 6. These 2 ones will go away. Unless, of course, you want to spend a virtue or a vice, if you have one, up to just re-roll those. But you don't have to. They just go to
There's only
me.
2.
They'll come back later.
Yes, there's only 2.
So why don't you tell me what happened? You have narration rights.
Okay. So I think what happens is, I have a pretty good pace going in there. As soon as ride goes in empty or full, comes out empty, I'm just trucking in there as fast as I can. When I see her laying there, I break out into a sprint. I don't even slow down. I scoop her up, and then I think the Wicked Witch starts to come down to block my way, and I just smash it aside.
And you do.
Yeah,
Just smash it right out of the way.
yeah. And then I come back around and holding whoever this is.
It's your daughter, Hope. She's unconscious, though.
It's Hope.
I hand her to you.
I check her temperature. I'm like,
She's a little bit clammy, a little bit cold.
oh, okay, and like I also will check her make sure she has a pulse.
It's a little bit reedy. It's like kind of thready and moving kind of quickly. Also, when you check her out, on her arm, up on her upper arm, there's like 3 puncture marks in her upper arm. They're not like, they look like needle marks, but not really. Like no needle mark that you've ever seen, but they're definitely punctures.
Okay.
And there's something not natural in there. Not natural. Not there's something that
Unhealthy.
was distributed into those puncture marks.
Okay. So like drugs, or are we talking like
You're not sure.
chip?
It'd be like drugs of some sort.
Okay. Okay.
Some sort of liquid got injected into her.
Oh man. Let's get her into the house.
All right.
I'm gonna make sure you guys are with me because I'm
Oh, yeah.
not. Okay.
Yeah.
We've seen horror movies.
Yeah, the 3 of you all go back into the house.
Is Bob out there when we come back?
He is not.
Okay.
When you get into the house, though, and you start making your way up to your rooms, a couple starts walking down the stairs. They're the first 2 living people that you've seen in days, aside from your daughter. It is they're an African-American couple, woman and a man, and they are like, wow, I haven't seen anybody alive in days. Is she okay?
Not sure. Her temperature is way off.
Kitchen?
Yeah, kitchen.
All right, you make your way to the kitchen. She's like, "Oh, I'm Sammy, and this is Darla."
Oh, hi.
Hey, you just got here, right?
Yeah, yeah.
What's it like out there?
It's empty. It's just dark.
Huh.
There's no one around. Like I said, you're the first people we've seen in days.
Well, we've survived this long by sticking together, so if you want to join our little troop here.
Yeah, I
Oh.
mean, safety in numbers until this all gets cleaned up.
Well, we should talk to Walter. Walter was with us too. There's also Janine.
Okay, cool. So we took the master bedroom at the top of the stairs because it fit all three of us.
Well, there's several other rooms like that up there, from what I was told by Bob. Nice guy, a little weird though, right?
Yeah.
Very
and
weird.
Fast.
I think there's two of them. Like a twin thing, like in that Wolverine movie.
The lights in the place flicker a little bit.
So somebody's got to fix that electric. Hey, do you want? You do fixing stuff.
I fix cars.
Okay.
This isn't a car. You know, electric. I can take a look at it for you.
I mean, the house is basically like a car that doesn't move, right?
Sure.
Okay.
I look over. I give Cassie a look away.
I mean,
All right. Yeah. What's
You want to go take a look at the electric?
I want to make sure that Hope's okay first.
All right.
Then.
So you're gonna go to the kitchen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So we all cut to the kitchen. The three of you are in the kitchen. What are you doing in the kitchen exactly?
I'm assuming it's in one of those bigger kitchens.
It is. It's
so
yeah. It's fancy and nice. It's got a little bit of a 1940s vibe to it.
okay. So the counters might be a little bit lower than what we're used to then.
Definitely made of marble though.
Okay. So I'm gonna actually put her on one of the prep areas.
Sure.
Because she's 9, so she's small enough.
I rush in a little past you and get a glass of water and, fill it up and then just start drinking it.
Tastes good.
Does it taste good?
Yeah, no, it's safe.
Thanks. So like I'll do the mom thing
Yeah.
where it's like check and then and then like now that we're in a better lit place, look at her arm a little closer.
The skin on her arm is becoming translucent.
What? So I could see like the muscles underneath. It's creepy, but I totally could have used that in med school. I don't know what does this.
I'm gonna go around like opening drawers, looking to see. At least in all the houses that Duncan grew up in, there's always a junk drawer in the kitchen. This might be a nicer house than that, but he's looking for a junk drawer that's full of all the stuff that gets dumped in. Looking for tools or whatever, because he's gonna go out and play with the electrical. So he wants to see what he can find up here that might be useful, like a pair of pliers or
Sure.
something like that.
Yeah, no problem.
He's gonna grab whatever he can out of.
You
the
find a
back
couple
drawer.
of tools.
Okay. He'll bundle them all up in something. He'll find an apron and stick them all in the apron pocket and put the apron on.
Go down and check the
Yeah.
the fuse box and all that stuff, and the generator.
Like, Sammy, Darla, what do you want to come with me? We're gonna go see if we can get the generator
Oh,
working.
they didn't come with you. They're off elsewhere.
Oh, they went to Walt.
Yeah.
They went
Okay.
to see Walter and Janine.
All right.
What's going on with the kid's arm there?
Something really weird. It looks like she got something injected into her arm, and now her skin is disappearing.
Could be a bite. You want me to suck out the poison?
It looked too uniform to be a bite. When I touch it, is it still feel like there's skin there?
Yeah,
Okay.
except it's spongy.
I mean, I don't know how you're gonna get it's already in there.
All right, let's cut away from this for a second to go down. You're going to go down to essentially the electrical room. This place has got a pretty sizable electrical room. 'Cause it's a very large.
Did I find a flashlight in the drawer?
You did.
Okay, I'll check it, make sure it works.
It does.
Grab a couple extra batteries and go down.
Because the first thing that happens when you flip on the lights down there, they burn out.
Yeah. All right. Going down the stairs.
You're gonna go down and check the place out, right?
Yeah.
Try to figure out what's going on with the electric.
Yeah, try out. Look for the power. Look for the power
There you
conduits.
go.
Everything.
Roll all those dice.
Sounds good. See what we can find. I have a 6 and no 1s.
Nice.
Yay.
I have a 6 also, which means on ties,
Yes.
I succeed, so I get the narration.
Okay.
Unless you want to burn.
No, let's let the
One of
narration
your
go. I'm
vices.
interested to see where this goes.
All right. Cool. So you succeed. So you get down there and you start looking around, and you have found that everything seems to be in working order. As much as you can tell, like, if you have to look at the electrical here, like, everything seems to be working just fine. You have no idea why the lights went out down here, too. Like, just looking around, like, it's not anything that's down here that caused it to go out. As that's going on, you have the sense that something is watching you. And then you look over your shoulder real quick and there's nothing there. And then you take yourself and you walk back out of the basement, this electrical area, and for just 1 second you feel like something grazes your arm. And then when you look down at your arm, there's nothing there, but you're not sure what that was. You get that tingling sensation like something is there.
All right. Let's go look around the rest of the basement, check to see what's actually see where the furnace is.
Yeah, you're gonna
the
stay
water
down here
tank.
and explore, investigate what's good, what just
Probably,
happened?
yeah. Yeah.
Here, why don't you roll again to see if you find what you're looking for,
He doesn't know what he's looking for, but sure.
or if you find anything.
Push our luck. All right, there are 2 1s. Those are yours.
Yep.
And 2 6s.
All right. You get narration. If you want, I can tell you some of what you find, so that you can narrate around
Sure,
it.
go ahead.
As you're using the flashlight to move around,
Mhm.
you hit something
Mhm.
that the light bends around for a second, and then it's not bending around it anymore.
Ah. So this is a fun house. There must be mirrors down here.
Probably.
He's looking around for mirrors, looking for reflective light. What he's looking for is actually just assuming that we're going to be here for a while, looking for things like the pantry cellar, and just looking for things that will, assuming that we're going to be here for a long time, what are we going to have for resources? And because they came, also looking to see how well easy it's going to be to like block off the stairs if we have to. Then he's going to go back upstairs.
Well, I will tell you the one thing that you do find as you're looking around, like, that was weird, that light bending thing. As you walk over that way and take a look at the wall, there is absolutely a mirror there that seems to be reflecting off of one of the walls, and when you look behind it, there's like a secret passage.
Behind the mirror.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll move the mirror out of the way and then head back upstairs.
Yeah, you don't actually have to move the mirror, you can just walk behind it.
I know, I want to move it out of the way.
Okay, you move it out of the way.
I
So
want to move it so that when you come down the stairs, we can see the hole in the wall.
there's a hole in the wall.
Mm-hmm.
And then you go back upstairs?
Yeah.
All right, so the two of you, with Hope, whose arm is translucent, like the upper part of her arm is translucent, and slowly, creepingly getting more, and also down onto her shoulder.
Well, the first 2 people that we met seemed kind of nice. Maybe we should ask them what they did before the darkness came. Maybe one of them's a doctor. Like, I don't know of any chemicals that would do this.
I mean, we can check with them.
But I'm totally cool with waiting for Duncan to come back first.
At that, Duncan walks into the room.
Hey guys, there's the lights are fine. Electrical looks good. Heat, water.
The
there's-
lights flicker again.
Yeah, they keep doing that, and there's nothing wrong with the circuit breaker. Must just be really old wiring in the house, but it doesn't look like it. Looks like it's all good wiring. There's a hole in the wall downstairs.
We're going to take a short break to change the battery on the machine.
Okay, I'm gonna get more water.
Yeah.
Anyone want to hit the restroom for me?
Yes.
I'm going to unplug this from here.
Welcome back to the FM Gamers. Last, when we were here playing 10 Candles, Duncan was just noticing, and everybody else, that the lights were flicking in the kitchen while Hope's arm is being slowly turning translucent. So now, what would you wish to do about this?
I mean, it's more than just a hole in the wall. It's like it's like a door. It's like a passage or something in the basement behind a mirror. Light's really weird down there.
It could be how Bob is getting everywhere so fast.
Could be.
Bunch of secret paths. That would make sense. But we got to figure out what to do about the kid's arm. I mean, we could
Is there a first aid
chop
kit?
it off.
No.
Chop off her
I
arm?
mean, I don't know how to.
Hope starts crying. She's still unconscious, but she's crying now.
Oh, kid, we're not gonna chop off your arm. It's okay.
And shaking, since her arm is, more translucent than it was before.
I'm gonna rummage around to see if is there a bathroom nearby?
Yes,
I'm gonna look for some aspirin or something.
sure.
Some sort of a fever reducer, pain reducer. I'm gonna come out. I'm gonna grab everything in the medicine cabinet, put it in my apron, and come out and just like dump it onto the kitchen counter.
Just tons of pills just spill out over the ground.
The-
Strangely enough, you see like some codeine in there, some Tylenol 3, stuff that's not quite, you need a prescription to get.
Yeah.
A bunch of different things that people with mental issues would be taking for like delusions and hysteria and things like that.
Okay, antipsychotics.
Yep, antipsychotics.
Okay. Now, are we talking... okay, so yeah, antipsychotics and not like the mood stabilizers ones, the ones for taking... Okay, I got there. I'm just like, I can list off names. Well, we don't need those. Don't let anybody take any of these, except maybe if Bob needs them. But Tylenol here, the acetaminophen, that'll help with her fever.
Yeah, Hope starts shivering violently.
Like, hold her until she stops shivering? Is it like shivering like she's cold or shivering like she's having a seizure?
A little bit of both.
I'm gonna look
Okay.
around for a blanket.
So I'm gonna set her down on the floor away from everything and let her have the seizure. And probably grab like a tablecloth or something and like put it over her. But I'm not gonna shove anything in her mouth because then you can choke on things.
Mm-hmm.
That's why. Actually, I was gonna look for a plastic spatula, and like you put this between her teeth so she doesn't choke on her tongue.
She's not gonna choke on her tongue. She'll be fine.
All right, you grab the spatula, you put her on the ground, you run out to go find a blanket. When you run out of the kitchen to go find a blanket, you run into this older man who's sitting in a chair. He's just sitting there, he's sipping a glass of some sort of liquor, brown liquor.
You, Walter?
I am Walter. Who are you?
I'm Adam.
You're one of those people that Sammy and Darl ran into.
Yeah, we're having kind of a situation. Do you know anything about medicine? Are you a doctor?
No, I'm not.
Okay. What did you do before all this?
I was a car salesman.
Do you know where there's a blanket?
There's some upstairs in the bedrooms.
All right. I'm looking for just anything I can like wrap her up in to keep her warm.
You can
Drapes?
you can go pull the drapes down or a tablecloth out from the thing.
I'm pulling the drapes down.
Yeah, you rip the drapes down. It's like, I don't think Bob's gonna like that so much, but do what you got to do.
Probably not, Walt. And I run back into the kitchen.
She's stopped shaking, but you notice that her whole arm is now transparent. You can't see it anymore.
Can't see the arm at all.
Not at all. It's like
But
invisible,
it's still
like see-through.
there, but you could
You're
see
not sure.
like
You haven't touched her yet.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna see if it's still there.
Yeah, it's still there.
Okay.
You can now slowly see her veins and everything that's through the parts that are still there, like disappearing slowly. And getting more rapid at that. This thing's also creeped up her neck onto the side of her face, too. Her right eye is starting to go clear.
But for anybody watching at home, the inside of your eye is just like this red thing. So when her eye disappears, it just becomes like red muscles and stuff behind. Anyway,
That's accurate. Are you doing anything?
freaking out.
Here, why don't you roll to see if you can maintain your calm?
Oh no.
That sounds challenging.
Yeah, because I just rolled 2 1s and a 6.
Well, you got the 6. It means you can choose to maintain your calm and narrate how things happen.
I rolled more 6s than you.
Yeah, you did. I didn't roll any.
Oh. Cassie takes a deep breath. I'm not blazing on the candles. And like wraps her up in the tablecloth, and then if Adam's come back with the
Drapes.
the drapes, also wraps her up in that, and kind of turns it into like a sling. So she's able to like carry her daughter with her. Gets some of the acetaminophen to try to get her fever down. None of these medications are also for seizures that I can see. Fun fact, if you have seizures, sometimes they give you antipsychotics to keep them away. Anyway.
When you do that, you hear her whisper to you, she's like, Mommy? Mom?
I'm here with you, Hope. I'm here. But yeah, just like keeping her on me, but like making the sling thing so that way if we have to go anywhere, like if we're gonna go in the tunnel or whatever,
Yeah.
she's staying with me because I found her.
So while this is going on, what are you doing there, Adam?
I think as after, when she starts doing the, making the sling and everything, I'm gonna run upstairs and talk to Sammy and Darla and see if I can, see if one of them can help.
Duncan, are you staying with Cassie, or are
Definitely.
you going with...
I'm actually going to walk over and put my hand on her shoulder and pat her and just be soothing, be supportive, be there.
Okay, so you run upstairs. Okay, cool, you run upstairs. You're looking for them?
Yeah.
Okay, see if you can find them quickly. Yeah, and you have narration rights.
All right.
Any ones?
No, not a single one.
No deal.
So I think I'm running up the stairs, and as it turns out, they were kind of coming down to see, check on everybody and everything. And I see them, and I'm just quickly able to, basically go between them, turn around, and start ushering them downstairs.
Whoa, where are we going? What are we doing?
Anybody know anything about medical stuff?
Darla's like, I do.
Cassie's daughter, she's sick or something. Her arm disappeared.
They both look at each other with a knowing look, like, that's not good.
You know what's happening? You gotta help. And I'm pushing them along.
Oh, they rush down there and they're like, the best thing to do that we've found is to just amputate the part that's turning clear.
It's already in.
Well, then they walk into the kitchen. They look at the girl at Hope and they're like, oh, I'm sorry. Here, why don't you roll again to see if you keep it together, since
Oh my god. I got 2 6s and 2 1s.
Might be time to burn a trade.
Yeah, because I really don't want to give those 1s to you.
Well, you can burn the vicious. You have
Yeah.
to tell me how you are vicious in this narration, since you are successful, and you can reroll those ones.
Oh, I get to re-roll the 1. Okay. So this is Cassie's daughter. There's something going on there that she doesn't know, And these two people just said, "Oh, we're sorry,"
Mm-hmm.
after looking at said daughter, and it's probably been
And fairly unsympathetically, by the way.
yeah.
Yeah.
So in classic mean sorority girlness, because she totally was the head cheerleader, tears them up one side and down the other as she is like holding her child to her, like, yeah.
So burn that. Put it in the bowl.
I have fire. Was sticky in the bowl.
And that was burning vicious.
Vicious.
There we go.
I got a 4 and a 2, but they're not ones now.
That's right. They don't go away. You do tear them up one side and down the other side. So you got them. You brought them down here, and then Cassie insulted them to no end.
Like, you heard truck drivers in traffic be
More
less.
polite.
Yeah.
Yeah, Darla looks at you. Her eyes are a little bit on fire, but then they soften a little bit. She's like, "I'm sorry, but your daughter is lost." And then she turns and she walks out.
I walk over. I'm going to put my hand on her shoulder. I'm like, what do you know about this?
I'm not 100% sure, but whatever those things are out there, they change the people that they touch.
And what happens when they're finally gone?
They're just gone.
But I can still feel her. Like, she's still here.
Yeah, that won't last for much longer.
Can you feel the arm that's missing?
She can, but it's spongy and even more ephemeral than it was before.
Bob knows something. He knows something about this. Where's that passage?
Down in the basement.
Let's go.
Yeah. Maybe but we can't help her here. Maybe we can help her somewhere else.
Yeah. Yeah.
Let's go. All right.
All right, so you make your way down to the passage. And
Before we go down there, being that you're fond of chopping things off, do you want to grab a knife or something from here?
Oh yeah, I'll look for some sort of.
Yeah, you got a kitchen knife. It's fine.
Yeah. All right.
So you make your way down into the electrical room. You get down there. The lights are off. You have the flashlight. You're looking around. You find the hole in the wall. It leads into, like, between the walls. Where are you trying to go between these walls? Like, what is your purpose down here with these walls?
See where they go. Look to see.
Who's taking the point? Who's taking point?
I'll take point.
All right, why don't you roll to not get lost?
Boy.
Would you get 6 and 3 ones?
Yep. Okay. So
you're in this winding space it's awful, but you're going to burn a vice.
yes.
Mm-hmm.
And what it comes down to is part of being self-absorbed is basically being mad about situations where you can't do anything. And basically what I'm saying is like, you know, I'm starting to, I'm trying to figure out how to put this. The stupid thing, like, I should be able to fix this. Like, what's wrong with this that I can't fix it? Like, to that level. Not trying to be hurtful, like, but my character's being hurtful in that.
Oh, so you're gonna piss off Cassie?
Yeah, like this
you okay
is.
with that?
Yeah. Like, you're angry and frustrated about the situation that you're kind of like attacking Cassie.
I'm kind of attacking you in the way that I'm mad that I can't do anything about it. So it's a case of like, you're in this terrible situation and I'm going, you know, yeah, but it sucks that I'm powerless.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like how both of us put our vice on the top.
Yeah.
All right. You can re-roll these 3 dice.
Okay.
Here you go.
Good save, Jared.
Teamwork.
That actually gave you narration because otherwise I would have had narration.
Ooh. All right.
So you're going to find, you're going to go where you want to go. So tell me where you want to end up and tell me about it.
I think that Bob has a secret space that you can't reach any other way except for in these tunnels. And I want to go there.
All right. Do you mind if I
Yeah, go
narrate
for
a
it.
second? So you're walking through and you're complaining to Cassie about the fact that you can't solve the problem even though it's her daughter that's dying. And then all of a sudden Cassie gets so pissed off at you. She's like, "Shut the fuck up." And she slams her fist on a wall, which opens a secret door
Nice.
that was in
There's
the passageway.
Secret door inside the secret door.
Yeah. Layers
Secret
inside layers.
passageway.
And that goes into the secret space. So what's in the secret space?
I think it's a lab.
Okay.
Just somewhere not quite on the level of a mad scientist lab. I think what we're seeing is a little bit higher end than your average meth lab, but not quite a professional laboratory.
Okay.
And I think that there's still even things like smoking and bubbling and stuff going
It's
on
like
in here.
beakers and vials, and
Yeah.
there's little Bunsen burners and fires going on,
Yeah.
and tables lining the walls with racks of different chemicals and things like that.
Distilleries and
Yeah,
accumulators.
stuff
All
like
the
that.
the tubes flowing around. It's got
Yeah.
that very Victorian era
Absolutely.
Sherlock Holmes
Maybe a
look to it.
Tesla coil or two.
Tesla coil or two with lightning
Yeah.
pulsing up and down it.
Yeah.
All right. So you see that.
Yeah.
That's what you found.
Well, that might explain the flickering lights. I lean around the corner with the flashlight. Look inside. I don't need the flashlight. Don't see all the lightning.
In fact, when 2 of the lights, the Tesla coils go up and down, all the lights in the place flicker for a second.
There's got to be something in here that can help Hope.
Yeah, there's something.
Who's going in first?
I am.
All right, so you go in first.
Mhm.
You go in and hook the corner, and I need you to make a roll because there is something on the table that is half visible and half not there and terrifying.
Oh, good. How fun for me. No 6s.
Man.
Or no 3.
Oh,
no
I should-
1s.
I should also roll.
No ones.
I only got 1 6, so you still have narration. So
Yes.
what you see is there is a body that's half there and half not there, that is half invisible and half maybe invisible, but it looks a lot like what Hope is going through. And there's a bunch of tubes and vials and things attached to it going into it. It could be IV bags, but they're old glass jars and things like that filled with different liquids and whatnot pumping into and flowing out of this body.
Okay, so the glass jars. It's the IVs that are powered by gravity.
Sure, yes, that's exactly what they are. What are you doing there, Duncan?
I'm going to take a look at this stuff and I'm going to go, this might save Hope.
Yeah.
Well, where does the person on the table look familiar, or is their face gone?
Their face is gone.
Okay.
Also, Hope doesn't feel very heavy anymore.
Mm,
Not that you've seen Hope lately, because you have her wrapped up inside of this thing.
yeah.
Yes or no?
Yes, yes.
Okay.
I pushed the body off.
Yeah, I'll stop you for a second. I'll pull the needles out first.
And it's a dozen different needles.
I'll still do that. I'm gonna carefully look. I'm like, all right. Okay. Now we can push him off.
Yeah.
Bump.
Okay, push the male body off to the side.
Yep. Come on.
Okay, and then put Hope on the table.
All right, you lay Hope on the table, this 9-year-old girl, and all that's left of her is her still beating heart, floating in midair, because around the body, and that's even starting to slowly fade away.
Yet. Hook up everything that was on the other
Yeah.
body.
Well, here, why don't you roll,
Yeah.
since you were the one that
Yeah.
pulled it all out.
I'm like, oy.
Boy.
Just like trying to replace the pistons in an engine. Oh, that was bad. Yeah,
Wow.
we'll burn generous.
Well, how do you burn generous? You have to work it into the narration in
Yeah.
order to burn it.
Those dice don't like us at all.
We rolled like 3 dozen
Let's see.
sixes.
He's gonna. He's doing what he can to. Generous.
I know, that's the hard part, right?
Yeah.
How do you work generous into this situation? Can you do it? Anybody? I can't think of a way.
I can think of a way, but it would have to deal with whether or not you got poked in the basement.
That's what I was gonna.
Sure, absolutely. Tell me about it.
I was gonna say I was gonna take the. I'm looking at this stuff for a second. I'm like, just make sure it's similar.
Stab yourself with
See what
it?
happens and see if it has an effect on me first before you try using it on her.
Yeah, go ahead, burn that and re-roll. Because if you fail this roll, then it becomes very interesting.
Yes, it does.
Define interesting. Oh god, we're all gonna die.
No sixes.
All right, that means we darken a candle.
Right.
Why don't you darken a candle? Your choice.
That one there is the one that's starting to go out. So.
It's a terrible way to darken a candle. Nice.
We just know you're not very good at blowing, Chris. It's all right.
That's very true. I wouldn't disagree with that statement. Right, that means you put 9 dice back. So now we're going to do things. The scene closes as you stick the needle into your arm. Now we go to that which is true. These things, I'm going to say a thing that is true. Then we're going to start with Jerry Duncan, and he can state a thing that is true. We're going to go 1 for each candle, including the thing that I say. Or no, actually, I don't actually say that. It's just the things that we go around until we get to the last one, which together we will say, and we are alive. That is the final truth, and we will all speak it together. All right, so I will start by saying, the world is dark. These things are true. The world is dark. And then you will say, these things are true, and then a thing that is true.
These things are true. There's been... These things are true. This is the only light we've seen in the last 3 days.
Alana?
These things are true. This is the only child we've seen in the last 3 days.
These things are true. Hope survives.
These things are true. There is a cure.
These things are true. Adam knows Bob from before the darkness.
These things are true. There will be a light that we can turn back on.
These things are true. Something worse is still coming.
These things are true. Bob is not our enemy.
And then, these things are true. We are alive.
All right.
All right. Coming out of that, we fast forward a bit.
Mm-hmm.
Duncan, you are pale and on the ground.
Mm-hmm.
Hope is starting to reconstitute.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, from her heart and what was left, like, it's starting to come back.
Because of the stuff they stuck into her? Or?
Yeah, you think? Maybe some of it was some of your blood?
Could be.
Thanks for being typo negative, Duncan.
The other thing is that, to start off with this situation, and Duncan, you can decide if everybody else wants to know about that. You have a couple of puncture holes on you too, and part of you is starting to fade away.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Even though you stabbed that stuff into you.
Is that is it
In
from
fact-
from where I got brushed up against?
Yes.
Okay.
In fact, you were fine until you stabbed that stuff into you.
Okay.
And now certain, like, you can see the same thing happening to your arm much slower than what was happening to Hope. Maybe it's because you're older. You're not sure why. But where do you want to be? You don't have to be down here in this lab, or we can just stay in this lab.
Let's take this stuff with us, because there's whatever worked on her might work on me.
If Darla is a medical professional of some kind, I mean, maybe she can figure this out.
Yeah.
I'm gonna search around for like a trolley cart of some kind or something to just load everything on.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
You have a trolley cart full
Okay.
of stuff. Where are you heading?
Back up to the kitchen?
Yeah, because there's more light up there.
Yeah.
All right. You were wandering around down there for about 30 minutes.
Uh-huh.
You're a little lost.
Ooh.
So, why don't you roll? And who's leading, by the way? Does anybody else want to roll?
I'm leaving.
All right.
Yeah.
Right. For it.
You succeed. And you have narration rights.
Okay. I'm not burning anything.
So 2 1s and a bunch of 6s.
2 1s and 6s, yes.
Good deal.
So you find your way out. Right back to the kitchen.
Mm-hmm.
Very good recall.
And I also think that, like, we don't have any issues moving the trolley through.
Sure. Yeah.
I think that we're able to get that there, and then once we get back to the kitchen, I'm starting to set up the equipment basically as close to it as it was set up downstairs as I can remember.
As a security guard, I think you would be really good at that.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
because if you worked in a museum or something and like leaned against the thing
Yeah.
and then put it back.
I'm more interested in what you're doing with it.
I'm figuring that Cassie and Darla, between the two of them, might be able to figure out like how we can help Hope more and
And
Duncan?
now Duncan.
fix up Duncan.
So while, assuming Duncan told everybody what was
Yeah,
going on.
I told him. I said I brushed up against something, and now look at this.
The while you're setting that stuff up, what are the two of you doing?
Going to get Darla.
Sure. So when you walk out into the, you go with her.
Yeah, Duncan's gonna wrap his arm as tightly as possible,
Sure.
so that he's got some.
And you still have
Yeah.
Hope with you.
Yeah, after is she all the way reconstituted?
Not
or
yet.
Not yet. Okay.
Slowly, still.
But it is, even though she's not connected to the stuff anymore.
Yes.
Okay.
The drugs, whatever that stuff is working through her.
Okay.
All right. So you make your way back into that main parlor area with Duncan wrapped with his arm, and that there's an old man sitting there, sipping on a brown liquid, and he's talking with Bob. Oh yes, I remember when that happened back in 45. That was wonderful time, wonderful time. It's like, yeah, it was just good stuff. Oh, how are you both doing? Are you enjoying your stay?
We definitely really like your house, Bob. Have you seen Darla? Was that her name, right?
Yes.
Darla? Okay.
I believe Darla and her husband Sammy are upstairs in their rooms.
Okay. Which room did they pick?
Oh, they're in the bedroom that is 2 doors down from yours.
Okay. Thank you.
You're quite welcome.
Going up the stairs, because
The lights flicker.
going up the stairs.
And then when you get a look outside where the carnival stuff was in the backyard, most of the lights, like half of them, are all out now. But you get to the door where Darla
Okay.
is, and what are you doing?
Knocking?
The door opens, and it's Darla. He's like, "What do you want?"
We think we found a cure, and you said you were medical.
I am a doctor.
Oh, good. Okay. Look. And like, she's reconstituting back in the other direction, I guess. Like, instead of being, we brought her back from just a beating heart. So if you're interested, there's stuff in the kitchen. I'm sorry about what I said earlier.
Why don't you roll the dice?
Yeah. Is she really sorry? We don't know. Hey, dice.
How many got left? 7?
Yes.
2 6s and a 1.
Well, you can give me that one. I only got a 6, so
Okay.
she's like, that's really fascinating. How did you figure that out? Like, well, I've never seen anything like it, and I'm not really accepting your apology, but like, this is amazing. Let's go downstairs.
Yeah, if there's 2 businesses that can work together when we hate each other, it's theater and medicine. Let's go. So as
Theater? Pharmacy.
no, you can work with people that you hate if you're in theater.
Ah, okay.
Ah,
I thought you meant pharmacy and medicine.
because you're a pharmacist.
Got it.
I'm a pharmacist.
Got it.
Yeah, but we're doing medical stuff. So anyway,
All right, you make your way downstairs.
yeah.
Um,
I don't tell her about the body we pushed off the thing until Bob is out of earshot.
she's like, a body.
Yeah, there was somebody else who was going invisible.
Well, show it to me.
Or
I'd like to see it. What if they were reconstituting also?
Did they reconstitute it all when we were down there, guys?
Not once we pulled the plug on them.
Yeah, I didn't see. Yeah, not.
It worked on Hope.
It did work on Hope.
And all this stuff is here. I point to the kitchen. Like, this is what we found down there.
Yeah, they're down there right now. She's like, I would really like to see that other body.
Okay.
I mean, aren't you a pharmacist? Can't you figure out what these chemicals are?
If we have the stuff, yeah, with some of the stuff here, I can figure out what this is.
All right. She's gonna go look at the body down in the basement. Do you want to go with her, Duncan?
I'll lead her down.
You want to go with her, Adam? That's
Yeah,
fine.
I want her to work up a cocktail for me. So.
All right. Here, why don't you roll to see if you can figure out what's going on with these chemicals?
Yeah. If I roll really bad, I have a really good virtue for this. Yay, I rolled 2 6s and no 1s.
Nice. You actually have narration rights because I only rolled a 6.
Sweet.
So tell me about it. Tell me about this cocktail of drugs that was put together.
So we're gonna go on the fly with like magic. So the some of the compounds are from who I'm assuming Bob's antipsychotics here, and it's the mixing certain ones together and then like some other household drug type things and like
Robitussin.
yeah. When you want to stop from dying, take a Robitussin, it'll stop your coughing. And okay. And then it'll like blood pressure medicine, like to get things to stop, and then
So nothing weird. It's all just
Yeah.
normal stuff.
it's normal stuff that's working against this weird
Interesting.
thing.
Okay. Down in the basement. That's right. It's you.
Yep.
You and
Darla.
So you get down in the basement. You've walked there and back now twice, so you can get back there. You find the secret lab, and she's like, "This is straight out of a science fiction movie."
Yeah.
So where's this body?
I'm gonna go over to where the body is.
Isn't.
Anyway. Yeah, I didn't really. Sorry, I didn't really work out the time to like make sure that he was okay. I just wanted to help out. Cassie's my friend. Yeah, it's gone.
Well, that's not very useful. But let me look around. So she's going to poke around for a while.
Okay.
What are you doing?
I'm also gonna like kind of look around. Just I don't know what I'm even looking for, but you know, kind of hungry.
There might be some mushrooms down here. We don't know.
At that,
There's some goldfish out in the
coming
campfire.
through the door is Bob. It's like, you're not supposed to be in here. This is not part of the estate that is open to the public. I would have to kindly ask you to escort yourself back this way.
Hey Bob, what's going on, man?
I was doing some testing on some people who were infected.
Yeah, we were able to fix Hope.
You fixed the child?
Yeah. With some of the stuff that was here.
Fantastic. I knew it would work on her, but I can't make it work on people of our age.
So it's only on kids.
Yeah. What happened to the... what's your cousin's name?
Oh no, Ronnie.
What happened to Ronnie? And he actually says your cousin's last name too, whatever your last name.
Bentley.
What happened to Ronnie Bentley? He was on this table.
The what now? What?
Yeah, Ronnie Bentley. He was the gentleman that I was trying to fix that was on this table.
That was Ronnie?
Do you know Ronnie?
It's my cousin, man.
What happened to him?
Shit, man. Oh, I pushed him off.
Hey, why don't you roll?
Oh. Oh, that's so cold. 1 6 and 1 1.
And I got a 6, so I get narration rates. You lose it. Completely and totally lose it. And you, being a security guard, you blame Bob for what happened. And you attack him.
Yeah, I'm swinging at Bob.
Yep, and you pummel him to the point where poor Darla has to pull you off of him, and you hit Darla too.
Oof.
Before you finally calm yourself down.
She had it coming though. She's nasty.
Wow.
Poor Darla.
Poor Darla.
We're totally like,
She's cold and mechanical in the face of like people dying and stuff.
Well, a lot of people died in the last, 7 or 8 days.
and she
Yes,
was.
but Duncan is generous and likes people.
Yeah.
So.
Well, let's cut back up to upstairs
Yes.
as that's going on.
So yeah, there's like nothing in here that's weird. I don't know. We'll try the same thing that we did for.
Yeah.
You know how they started having us do flu shots and stuff? I've gotten really good at this, so hopefully I don't hurt you.
I mean, I did intravenous without any training at all, so I've already got a hole.
Yeah, we're gonna.
All right, so you're sticking with some stuff.
Yeah.
Here, why don't you roll to see if you got it right? That seems like a challenge to me.
I got a 6 and a 1.
Well, you can give me the 1.
I really don't want to.
I got 3 6s, though.
Ow,
Yeah.
I get.
Yeah.
So, she sticks you in the arm.
Mm-hmm.
And the drugs, they make your arm turn, it goes from being clear to being sort of a sully gray.
Oh dear.
Yeah, so it works, no problem. But your eyes, everything in the whole world goes gray to you. It's like you're like colorblind now.
Oh my.
But when you look at Hope, she's like in full color.
Is she the only one in full color?
Yep.
Like, I can feel my arm again. I can't see any color except for your daughter. She's like rainbow colored, and you're like different. You're like all these shades of gray, and
Is there there anybody else in the room that you can see?
Not in color. But I mean, my arm feels better. I mean, I can feel it again.
Okay, that's good.
It's better. Thank you. That's better.
Back in
Okay.
the basement. Your hands are bloody. Darla is sitting on the ground looking at you with wide eyes. Bob is like beaten and broken underneath you.
I want to figure out where I know Bob from. I know I remember him. I never forget a face, but I just can't figure out exactly where I know him from.
Here.
Oh!
It's gonna fail.
2 ones.
You're gonna burn something. You're gonna fail.
I have to burn brave, right?
Yeah.
That's it.
How are you brave in this situation as you're trying to figure out about Bob after you've just beaten him bloody and hurt Darla?
Because I just hurt 2 people really badly, and now I'm trying to like help Darla up and like get.
She's scared to death of you.
Yeah. There's no being brave here.
I feel like there's probably not. I think you're just gonna have to
Yeah.
fail this one.
I think you're right. This is a fail.
All right.
The bravest thing to do is to sincerely apologize.
I'm really sorry.
Although they have 2 black eyes.
Oh man, that's our super producer Kevin in the background. He's now gotten caught up in the game so much after that. All right, so we're going to darken a candle.
Kevin is our surrogate audience member.
I know, right?
I like it.
So, before that scene completely closes, what happened was you try to place Bob, and Bob breathes, and then Bob stops breathing. And you know this guy from somewhere, from some memory, from when you were a kid, but you can't remember quite where. All right, so these things are true. The world is dark.
These things are true. The disappearing forget.
These things are true. Hope can see them now.
These things are true. They are trying to save us.
Interesting.
These things are true. The darkness is approaching more swiftly.
These things are true. Bob knew he was going to die today.
These things are true. The others are not what they seem to be.
These things are true. There's something on the other side of the dark.
And these things are true, and we are alive.
We are alive.
We're alive.
All right,
We sound like a cult.
that's the idea.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's supposed to be ritualized.
But the cult of friends.
So Darla bursts into the kitchen where the two of you are and says, "Oh my God, he killed her. He killed him. He killed him. He killed Bob. Your friend Adam beat him to death with his fists."
What?
What did Bob do?
Nothing. He just came downstairs and said that, asked where the person on the table was, and the person mentioned he was Robert, Ronnie something or another, and
Bentley?
yeah, Bentley. And then Adam went insane and beat him to death.
It's not good.
that was Adam's cousin he was looking for.
Oh. Oh. Your friend is not right. I'm leaving. And she walks into the other room.
Luckily, we have all the antipsychotics.
Yeah. Just don't take too many of them at one time. You'll stop being able to walk so well.
Yes, I know. Don't want to.
What are you two doing?
No, I mean for our psychotic friend.
Yeah.
And then you hear Hope say, "Oh my God, what is that?" It's like, thank God it's gone.
What was what, honey?
It was over there in the window.
What did it look like? Like so
It
Cassie's
was
looking at the window.
like it was on two legs and it had these long fingers with like these needle-like protrusions on them. I don't know. It was awful. It was a monster.
Okay, honey. We're gonna protect you from the monsters. You're just gonna
She
have
clings
to.
to you like she's strangling you by holding on to you so tightly.
Yeah, Cassie's okay with it. Like, okay, yeah. So just let us know where they are, cause I didn't see it.
She buries her face in your shoulder and she shakes her head no.
Okay.
I don't want it.
I'm going to open up the fridge and look for something to eat.
Oh yeah, you find there's like lunch meat in there and some cottage cheese and some fruit and vegetables.
All right, I'll roll up some. I'll get some lunch meat out, and I'm gonna roll up a couple into like little tubes. And one to you to give to her. I'm gonna eat some. We should eat.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
nice.
we should definitely eat. Thank you.
Food is good.
While you're doing that,
Some
Adam,
milk.
do you come upstairs?
No.
Okay.
I've got the knife and I'm going to go kill whatever's doing this.
All right. Where are you going?
I'm in the passageways.
Uh huh.
I think, first place in the house we noticed lights going out was the fun fair, so probably down that way.
Why don't you roll to see if you can make your way there? It's not the easiest passageway to navigate because you've never been there before through these passages.
I kind of thought that would be.
What'd you get?
You got a 6. Got a couple 6s.
2 6s and a 1.
I get to roll.
Couple of
ones.
ones.
Oh, all right.
Too bad if you
we're down
don't
to 6
roll a
dice.
1, then we get it back.
I know, right?
It's not that kind of game.
Yeah.
So you get to narrate.
I think I'm looking for it, and then I see it through like a vent or something, and as I'm trying to like find my way around there, I find a rotten area, and it just breaks underneath my weight, and I tumble down. And when I pick my head up, I'm in the fun fair, which is now completely dark.
Completely dark.
Yeah.
And not only that, but there's like a dark mist that is covering all of it too. In fact, you can only see the barest hint of outlines of all the stands.
And I'm standing up with the knife. Come on, fight me!
The two of you hear someone yelling off in the distance, "Come on, fight me!"
Do we recognize the voice?
Yeah.
We should probably go stop him from hurting himself or others.
Yeah. Because Darla said that he killed Bob.
Right.
Maybe Bob got up and ran away?
That could be.
Let's go.
Let's face it, Darla doesn't seem to be much of a doctor. She might not be able to identify a dead body.
Yeah.
I'd rather rest lunch or meat and stick it in the pouch of the apron. We can head outside.
All right, so you head outside. And there he is standing there covered in blood with a knife in his hand. Adam.
But there's no blood on the knife.
There isn't.
All of a sudden, you Hope was like clinging to you and holding on to you and burying her face in your shoulder, and she is not anymore. She's just looking out with wide eyes at the darkness.
Are the monsters there, honey?
She's not saying anything. She's just staring and looking.
Okay.
Adam, we need to go inside now.
Yeah, they're definitely out here, Adam. But can you fight what you can't see?
I can fight anything.
Adam,
You hear me? I can fight anything, you sons of bitches.
Adam, you're a security guard. If there's that many of them out here, isn't good. You want to get them in the house where you can have choke points. Think about it. How would you fight a bunch of gang members if they were coming into your building?
I mean, at least at this point, we don't have to worry about arrows blocking out the sun.
Come back inside
right.
with us. Come on.
All right. That makes a good point. We'll guard the entrance.
When you turn around to go back inside, the doors are closed. And
Okay.
locked.
Unlocked. Okay, that was
Oh,
my next question.
I
I'm
am
like,
kicking those. I am putting all my weight into it. Oh, no.
They're like big antique, like antiquated doors, man. This is like a 1940s, 1920s, 1930s mansion.
well, if it's a 1920s mansion, then they're also made out of really pretty glass.
That's also true.
Boy.
Ooh, that's a failure. You want to burn your brave to
Two
reroll these
ones.
2 1s?
Yes, I
Two
want
ones.
to.
Tell me about it. Tell me how you use brave.
I don't bother to take any consideration as to whether I would get hurt or not. I just run shoulder first into that. Well,
Well, they're not ones now.
Doesn't matter. It's still a failure.
They're still not ones, so you can't have them.
Doesn't matter because these dice go back in the.
oh boy.
Oh, okay. We're snuffing out another candle.
Yep. This failure happened.
Uh,
You do break back into the house. You go right through the door. Part of the door falls on you and breaks your leg.
Oh.
Ow. Well, now we'll just use part of the door as a thingy for here.
And Hope is catatonic at the moment. All right. These things are true. The world is dark.
These things are true. Bob has one last gift for us.
These things are true. Crap. I had something lost. These things are true. They don't like the light.
No, no,
already
they
have-
don't. They don't
they-
like the
we
light.
know
That's
we don't
that's a
like that they don't
pre-established
like
thing.
it. Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
It's true.
That's true then.
it's true.
These things are true. They're a little afraid of Adam.
Um,
I know it's so hard just to constantly establish things that are true. Don't worry, you're running
Yeah.
out of light, so it's
yeah,
fine.
we're running out of light. Running out of light.
I'm just trying not to make things worse for us all the time.
Yeah.
You actually just should make things worse.
I normally do.
You're supposed to all tragically die at some point.
Yeah. These things are true.
It allows you to bring in resources and then give yourself things that you can utilize and set scenes and things like that too.
Okay. We can cure the invisible.
Okay. Super producer Kevin, you got one?
I'll take the next one.
All right. These things are true. The thing that is worse has arrived.
Yeah. Well,
Go ahead.
these things are true. We have the tools to beat it. The thing that's worse.
These things are true. Sammy and Darla now want hope for themselves.
Like that. And last one.
These
These
things are true. We are still alive.
All right. You bust through. Your leg is broken. You were there. Your arm's gray, and you
Yeah.
see in gray. When you looked outside, everything that was dark out there just looked like slate gray to you, like a wall of slate gray where the mist was. You have Hope to your chest, and she's freaking out.
Yeah, we're running back into the house.
As you run back into the house, you hear a voice, a woman's voice, say, "You don't deserve that little girl." There's a click of a gun. Hand her over. Hanging out with a murderer, as you know, you're limping along with your broken leg. By the way, it broke at your calf.
Oh yeah. Oh, I'm sure it's that horror like bone sticking out.
It's not sticking out. It's just pressing.
Okay. Ooh.
I birthed her. She is mine.
By the way, I have to say, this is a dire situation. So you could get gravely wounded in this situation. What are you doing to talk Darla and Sammy down? Sammy is like, "You should give me the girl. We're going to get out of here. You can stay and die with that murderer."
We're the ones who saved her. We're the ones who figured out how to bring her back. What did you do? You let Bob die.
I didn't let Bob die. He was already dead. Your friend beat him to death with those fists of his.
And you're the doctor. What did you do about it?
He was already dead. There was nothing to do. And he hit me. Hence the broken nose that she has.
Well, maybe you should just leave without us.
You cannot have my daughter.
How are you stopping them from shooting you? Or how are you stopping them from shooting you?
So you said this is an older house?
Yes.
And there's a lot of weird things in it. I'm gonna let the dice figure it out, I guess. But I'm reaching over for one of those things that has like the 2 one-shot pistol thingies from like pirates movies or whatever, and
Dueling pistols.
swinging it up and shooting first.
All right. Like I mentioned, this is a...
Because I'm gonna Han Solo this bitch.
I only got a 6, so...
You can do this.
Because I have a thing that I can burn for this, so...
Any sixes?
I got A6 and A1.
I have narration rights at the moment.
Okay. I can only re-roll ones if I burn a thing.
Depends on what thing you're burning. Is it a trait?
Yeah.
Yeah, then you can only reroll the ones.
Okay. Fudge monkeys.
What if we burn our hope?
If somebody wants to burn their moment, if there's a moment that pops up, that's what the moments are. Yours isn't up.
brink?
Yours isn't up right now, though.
I've got one.
Yeah. What do you got?
I'll find hope and find other friendly survivors. At the last minute, Walter reaches up and slaps her arm down. He doesn't like her just shooting other people.
That would be great.
Yeah,
I would
that's
love that
really
as a
good.
burned hope. It has to be on a six. Has to be on a conflict roll that was successful, and this one was successful. So yes, you can totally burn that. And that's a little out of order, not exactly how you play the game, but that's okay. I really like that.
So just as you reach over, she goes to aim at you, and Walter's like, "Wait, stop!" And whammo! Ooh, it's a misdirect.
And the gun goes off. You can always roll that die when you're rolling,
Okay.
and you succeed on 5s or 6s.
And it's an MMP die. Ooh.
We're gonna go over time. Is that okay, Kevin?
Fine by me. Fine by you.
You all
I'm
okay
good.
with that?
I'm good.
Yeah.
Is it fine by the audience at all?
I hope it's fine by the audience.
I don't know. We can't see the audience or their comments. So,
Yes, but we have a wonderful audience, so we know they're going to be
We do.
okay.
yeah.
All right. Walter does come in and just slaps the gun
Yeah.
up and away.
Yeah.
And he's like, "What are you doing? These people, they're decent folks. And we shouldn't be doing this to them." Like, she's like, "That one killed Bob." He's like, "Oh, that old codger, he's fine. He's right here." And then Bob walks through the door.
Wolverine!
What are you talking about?
It's that Wolverine movie where there's another Wolverine. Maybe it's the Batman one.
Darla's like, "I don't understand what's going on. I have to leave." And she just she drops the gun and she leaves. And Sammy follows her. At that point, the house starts shaking.
Ooh.
"Oh, that's not good. That darkness, it's closing in, isn't it?" says Bob.
It is. What do you know about the darkness, Bob?
"I don't know much. Just know that it has things in it that make people turn invisible and fade away.
Yeah.
Just like memories lost."
Like what happened to Ronnie.
Yeah, like what happened to Ronnie.
How did you find Ronnie?
By the way, you can't remember Ronnie's last name anymore, even though it's yours?
Oh, that's wow. Okay.
You can't even remember what his face looks like.
And are you coming to realization of what this could have meant? You would have forgotten your daughter.
Yeah.
I'll pat you on the back again like this. You know who we haven't met?
Jean.
Jasmine.
Oh, my Jean.
Yeah.
Jeannie, my wife.
Yes.
Says Walter. Yeah, let's go find her.
Okay.
So you start wandering.
I'm gonna scoop up under his arm. Let's limp you up the stairs, lift your leg up, and then we'll get you on a bed. We have a pharmacist. I'm sure she can set you.
Splint.
We're gonna try. It's gonna hurt. I'm sorry.
It's fine.
There's some painkillers here in my purse, but they won't help until after.
Pain is temporary. Glory's forever.
So you make your way up the stairs. That's a replacements reference. My lord, what the hell? I can't believe that just happened. Anyways, you make your way up the stairs. You get to the room where my wife's in here. And then you open the door, and he just sort of stops and he looks around. And he's like, "Jeannie? Jeannie?" So I could have swore I left her right here.
It's a big house, and she probably just wandered off. I'm sure she'll be fine.
She might be in the bathroom.
He walks over to the bathroom and knocks on the door. "Jeannie, you in there?" No answer. He opens the door and looks in. There's a light on there, but it's kind of dim and faded, and there's nothing in there.
The water's not running, is it?
Nope.
Okay.
Okay. Even when we move the curtains, there's nothing.
Nope.
Okay.
Hope is still catatonic.
Probably heard on the bed too.
And then the house starts shaking again. And you're up on the second floor to the point where like the windows start to crack and the walls start to crack.
Do I see anything to do a makeshift splint so I can try and set my leg?
Sure.
Yep.
Here.
Good.
Let me go back down to the secret room.
I keep having these great ideas. I mean, I have to roll dice.
That's right.
Oh, I got a 6.
You get a 6. I didn't. So you make yourself a splint. It's
Yep.
pretty solid.
Okay. And then I'm gonna help by this is an old house. There's probably a cane or something in one of these rooms,
I'm
or
sure there-
or
yeah.
like a.
Let's get down in the basement where
Yeah,
it's safer.
everything's starting to shake and rumble.
I'm like, Walter, Jeannie's not up here. Maybe she went downstairs where it's safer.
Okay, let's go. He starts making his way downstairs.
Jeannie.
Jeannie.
As you're yelling, Jeannie, you're getting halfway down the stairs and down to the first floor and start making your way through the kitchen towards the stairs that go down into the electrical room to the secret passage. You forget her name.
Lady, who is?
Who are we looking for again?
What's your wife's name?
I think I was married at one point.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe not.
What? Walter, what's your last name?
McGrath.
McGrath. Mrs. McGrath.
Maybe she's with. Do we remember the names of the other two that walked out the door?
No.
Okay. Maybe they were with. Oh no, you were here by yourself. Actually, that makes me happy. Anyway,
Also, I was angry about somebody going missing. I can't remember who.
Do you want to try to remember?
Yeah, I'm going to try to remember anyone.
Anyone else?
Unless anybody else wants to.
Somebody else want to try to remember?
Oh, I don't know who this child's father is.
No. No, you don't.
Ooh, I got a 6 and no 1s.
Oh, I also got a 6, so that means I get narration rights.
Okay.
Tell me about your and Richard's relationship.
So, it was one of those things where we met at a party and we hit it off.
oh,
Oh my God, Jerry. Okay.
Come on, Jerry, put out a candle. It's fine.
You almost put out 2 candles
I
or
wa-
set your napkin on fire. I don't know. Both of those things would have been bad.
Chris knows me. I'm big on fire, so that's okay.
Okay. So their relationship started out fine, but like so many tropes in the world today. Even though she's a pharmacist and knows everything about birth control, oops, baby. And
I have a cousin like that.
yeah. Yeah, like they had a strain, it made a strain on their relationship, and they didn't end up being together on the other side, but they're friends with each other because they wanted to raise Hope together.
Mm-hmm.
So they split everything evenly, and both of them were actually really good at being parents. They just couldn't do it together.
You remember all of that. All of it.
Good.
Are you trying to remember somebody?
I'll go for something else, but no,
So what are you doing?
because Duncan doesn't remember anybody.
Like even the people standing here.
Like, he remembers you, but he can't remember anybody else but you.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody he knew, he doesn't remember.
So yeah, being a mechanic, not being able to remember any of your customers, any of your friends, any of your coworkers, yeah.
No, he's got a ring on his finger. Has no idea what it means. So, I think we should get down to the basement.
Okay.
And I think once we're there, we need to prepare. I mean, find the safest space. Maybe it might actually be safest to go right up against the wall.
Yeah, against the wall or
We need
near.
to find a way to kill this thing.
Well, there's stuff in the basement.
Well, yeah.
Let's look for things down in the basement.
All right, so you're in the basement. Are you looking for something to actually do something to whatever's outside?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we know that it doesn't like light,
Mm-hmm.
and there's a big lightning thing over there.
There is.
Oh,
Ooh.
yeah.
Oh, we can get the Jacob's ladder, the Van de Graaff generator.
Yeah. Those things.
Let's see if we can drag those out here into the room.
Yeah, you can drag them wherever you want. So are you going to set this thing up and try to use it in some way to light up a bright area somewhere?
We're going to trap it.
With lightning?
We're going to hit it with lightning. We need somebody to act as bait. I volunteer.
Okay.
Okay.
So you're going to rig it up then, Duncan?
Yeah.
All right, here.
We're like Scooby in the
Plus-
gang.
So what happened to the hope die again?
You can roll it, and if it's a 5 or a 6, it counts as a success.
All right. I have no 1s, and I have 2 6s.
Nice. That means you get narration rights. So tell me how you rig this thing up.
Oh, we bring it all out here. I find the generator down here that he's got for power in the house. We start turning off all the other circuit breakers in the house upstairs, so that we don't up like the 3rd floor, because we're 2nd floor. We'll leave the 1st floor on, just light. Plug everything in. We'll rig it up around the room. So we'll put a couple of so basically a big like pentagram of electricity, and turn it on once, make sure it works, shut it off again, and
And this is down in that room?
Oh no, this is down in the basement.
Down in the basement.
Down in the basement. Yeah, no, we don't want to be in the lab. We want to get out of the lab.
Oh, you want to be in the electrical room?
Yeah, we want to be in the electrical room.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's a sturdier room.
And
And
then I'll limp over to the center and wait.
What are you doing?
Um,
Hope is still paralyzed with fear and is looking up.
okay. Adam, I think they're up. I think Hope can see them. Can you see anything, Duncan?
The house rumbles.
no,
Bob's like, I'm not sure what's going on with my house.
Is Walter still with us?
Yes. He's been helping set up stuff.
Okay.
Cool. Who knew used car salesmen are useful?
I mean, he's just moving things around, doing what he's told.
they're very
essentially.
confident.
Yeah.
But Hope is just like looking up and she's trembling.
I'm gonna find a piece of. I'm just gonna find like a chair leg or something like that. Gonna duct tape an extension cord to it. Lop the extension cord off so there's open like wires in the end.
Uh-huh.
Plug the other end in, and then just start like poking the ceiling with it to see make sure there's nothing like crawling on
Hope
the
is
ceiling
like,
overhead.
oh, it's farther up than that. It's huge.
Oh, okay. I hand this thing to you here.
I'm taller.
Well, no, it's a cattle prod. So
All right.
And you're just waiting
Yeah.
as bait.
I'm waiting as bait.
what is it? What do you see?
She's like, I can't.
Okay.
She buries her face in your shoulder again.
She can't.
Do you want to try to coax it out of her?
I don't have a reason to be. I don't. My trauma doesn't result in me like being a horrible person.
Mm-hmm.
You gave me an easy one.
Do you want to try to coax it out of her?
I'm not sure I need to get that. I'm not sure we need to know, but it's up to you. Duncan doesn't need to know what's coming at them. He just knows it's something, and he can't see it.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna try to coax it out of her so we have a better description of what it is we're attacking.
Sure.
Yeah, I actually forgot what I wrote. Oh, I remember now.
I got 1 6 and 1 1.
I got 1-6. Which means I get narration rights.
Yeah.
Right, she looks at you. She's like, Mom, it's there, and it's big, and it's taking parts of the house off, and it wants to be remembered, but it can't be remembered. If it's remembered, then it's because we all forget. They remember more, and it's giant, and it's bigger than the house.
Giant and bigger than the house.
And then the house rumbles some more, and like you can, like you're pretty sure a chunk of the house just got ripped off as like dust shakes down and falls down.
Okay.
Bob looks a little see-through at this point.
Crap, Bob. All the equipment is in the kitchen. Wait, Adam, you said you knew Bob from before?
Yeah. All right.
Try to remember him.
You.
Try to remember him.
Bob, I know you from, somewhere. I'm really gonna try hard.
It's awesome.
I'm gonna try not to kill Bob this time and remember him. Ooh, 2 6s, no 1s.
Good roll. You do remember. You have narration.
So, I remember Bob from years ago. One of my first gigs, I was working a concert, one of those big like multi-band concerts, like one of those big festivals, and he was. I don't know if he was a roadie or a manager. Still had the hat, but he worked he worked with one of the bands, and the thing I remember about him is that everybody just seemed to like him automatically but me. I just got a bad vibe off him. And that's kind of what stuck with me. That's why, like, even going so far back and all the people that I've seen, I still remember him.
So that's how you remember him.
Yeah. Like, that show was the Monsters of Rock reunion.
Ah, I thought you looked familiar. You see him get a little more solid, actually.
Yeah, and you were like, everybody dug you.
Oh, you were the asshole guy that was there didn't like me.
Yeah, you were the jerk that I didn't like. Wait, did I kill you?
Yes.
Did I kill your twin brother? Because I don't know if I was right about that.
No. It was me.
What's happening?
He just walks out of the room.
No, Bob. No.
So, the house rumbles some more, and
Yeah.
more pieces shatter and fall down. You start seeing like the darkness through the illuminated light in the ceiling.
Yeah, that's not good.
There's something out there. It's just wavering out there in the darkness. What are you doing? You're just gonna wait for this thing to?
Waiting for part of it at least to come down the stairs so that we can get it in his trap.
I mean, it's not coming through the stairs. It's coming through the ceiling.
All right, then we'll wait for that. Let's get away from this. Let's get up against the walls.
I will have to say that this will probably be the last scene because our camera's going to die.
Yeah.
And now there are many
understandable.
candles
Yeah.
lit still,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
you get the idea of how the game is played.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, is there? It's coming. Is there any holes in the ceiling?
Yes, there are.
There
There are
okay.
now.
You want to poke through the ceiling?
I want
Go ahead.
I want to poke the electric things through the ceiling and then turn it on.
Well, he's got the electric thing.
Yeah, I got the
Yeah.
prod.
Get the prod.
All right,
Poke
so
the prod.
I'm going to try to jam the prod through the ceiling, and then just yell, "Turn it on!" And
Plug it in.
Well, here, why don't you roll 3 of them and you can roll 2 of them
ooh,
since you're working together.
Okay. Ooh, mine were 6s.
Yours were 6s.
I rolled 2 6s.
How would you do that? How
I
would you
rolled
do
2 6s.
All right, you stick.
Do you have anything to burn? No, it was my one.
Doesn't it doesn't
Yeah.
matter. So you
Doesn't
stick
matter.
you stick the prod through. You throw the switch. The thing lights up. Whatever it is that's out there in the darkness is illuminated, and there is some sort of pressure on all of you, and whatever that was fades away. That thing that was above it, but the structural integrity of the building gives way, and everything collapses inwards into darkness.
But I did say that there was something on the other side of the dark, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not that any of you will ever see it.
Yeah. No.
No.
No. But at least we won't fade away.
Yeah, we didn't fade away.
We'll be remembered.
Hey, everybody, take a deep breath and blow the candles out.
Look, it's hope.
I don't know. I'm asthmatic. That wasn't gonna work.
Instead of the typical ending that we would use
Yeah.
for 10 candles, we're going to do
Yeah.
something a little bit different, a little bit of an epilogue. So
Yeah.
there's nothing but a destroyed mansion
Right.
sitting there. You said there was something on the other side of the darkness. And it is a light. And emerging into that light is a young 9-year-old girl.
Who remembered?
The 3 of you
Yeah,
and Bob
and Bob. Yeah.
to tell your story.
To who we don't know.
He died.
And that is our not quite correctly played game of 10 candles.
That's okay.
I thought that story went pretty well, though.
I think so.
It
Oh
did.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's much better than the last time I played. which is
Yeah?
good. Yeah.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, if we had to put another candle out, one of my truths would have been that the girl that was with us was not actually Hope.
Yeah, that would be interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I keep reading that's more interesting to the GM in me comes out. I like to come out with, let's make things more complicated. Let's
Yeah.
make things worse for us. And
This game does a pretty good job of making things worse. You folks
Yeah.
rolled so many sixes
I
on
know.
these
we did,
rolls.
We
did.
rolled
We did.
really well.
we did.
Usually when I force that many rolls in this game, the last time I played it, like it went a lot of things. The candles went out a lot faster.
Yeah. Yeah. The thing is, you don't try to win this game. You just try to
Try to tell an
tell
interesting,
the story.
tragic story.
Yeah. Yeah.
I especially liked your tie to your daughter because in my mind, the entire my daughter's fading from me. Now I've got her back, but if she dies, I'll never. I might survive, but I won't remember her thing. That's just
Yeah.
right in the feels traumatic stuff.
Oh yeah.
So my failure was I've seen Duncan laugh hysterically in bad times, like when the car broke down. So when he breaks, he just tends to laugh hysterically and do nothing.
I have seen them use cruel violence when they break. You saw me push someone off a car while
Fleeing.
fleeing. Okay.
You were trying to get away and you broke and pushed somebody out of the car.
Okay.
They have seen you risk lives for weaker lives, but never yourself.
Oh.
Is get my friend, a security guard named Daryl, to try and see a child. Well, you played it safe.
But you played it safe, so like you sent somebody to
Oh,
do
yeah.
something dangerous while you played it safe.
Well, I played it safe. Okay.
What was the truth they wrote for you?
Oh, mine was they focus on attacking the weak and the older in the herd, so they went after the kid.
Yeah.
So they went after Hope. That is our show for this week. We will be back next week, and it's important that if you've been here this long, it's important that you tune in next week because we have some tickets, especially if you're local, to give away to She Kills Monsters. And we'll have a contest for that next week coming up for you.
I thought we were doing it
In
this
2
week.
weeks. Sorry, in
Okay.
2 weeks.
I'm like, give me a timeline here.
Sorry, it's in 2 weeks. In 2 weeks, we'll be back here. We're giving away tickets. We have 2 of them. Come hang out with us. We're all going to go see it too. So, you know.
When you guys will talk about that after.
Yeah, I'll talk about it later.
Yeah.
Thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
Have a great evening. Happy Halloween.
Happy Halloween.
Happy Halloween.
Mm.